Ladies and gentlemen, a few moments ago I was talking to a preacher, and we were talking about the society, we were talking about Trump, we were talking about the insurrection, we talked about a whole bunch of things. He was trying to talk about how crooked the world is. I asked him if he'd let me come in and speak to his people so I can tell him how wonderful God is and how God can be shown to be wonderful. He told me no. And I said, well, tell me something. Whenever all this stuff is going on, why is it? He want to say that all the problems exist because of the world this and the world that. I said, well, when the world is doing all this things, why is it that the world always wins? He said, well, we live in two parallel worlds. We got the world, and then we got spiritualness. And I said, well, why is it that? I can hear when he said spiritual, he's talking about church. I said, well, why is it that the world is always winning? And he said, well, the world is always winning because they got the power, they got all the laws, they got everything set up. I said, then how did they do that? He said, well, they did that because, and I trying to find some. He's trying to find some way to excuse it. I said, yeah, you don't have to try too hard. They did it the same way that they're doing everything they're doing now. People are not doing anything. And he said, well, the church that we, since you separated, one is doing one thing, the world, and the church another. I said, well, look, if the world is building, tearing down, or whatever they're doing, what is it that the church is supposed to be doing? He said, we're waiting. I said, waiting for what? Waiting on Jesus to return and straighten all this stuff out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what kind of crook is that? Somebody has convinced these preachers not to do anything. Now, that sounds just like the right-wingers, because they over there with Trump. Though conservative, evangelicals, fundamentalists, they are over there with Trump, doing something. But they got that stuff fed in the mind of blacks from slavery, that you don't do anything. You wait till Jesus comes. And so you sit there and allow the church that you have been bound by work together with all this evilness to establish a world that denies your existence. And you say you're waiting for Jesus to come. No wonder they laugh and say the meek won't inherit anything. The reason they're saying that you're weak is because they're training you to be weak, and you bought into it. You bought into that junk. And you sitting around here waiting for Jesus to come, as if this society that we live in is designed from heaven. And they want to teach you something. Teach my kids. How you going to get out of the world with that kind of teaching? Well, 2 minutes and 55 seconds is enough of that.